just a funny face, it's Joe Wilkinson and their team captain, John Locke. And facing them tonight, that's the way to do it, it's Natalie Cassidy. Stand-up star, it's Ellie Taylor. And their team captain, John Richardson. Now, welcome your host, Jimmy Carr.
And welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats, a show about opinion polls, surveys and statistics. Did you know, for example, 68% of men say that when it comes to women, they like to have something to hold on to, like her ankle when she tries to leave. Over 50% of Brits have never tasted English wine. You don't know what you're missing unless you've ever sucked lemon juice out of a cat's arse. And 24% of men think Simon Cowell is the best-dressed man in Britain. That's probably because he spends so much time in his massive closet. Right, let's get started. What are you talking about? That's the name of our first round. It's our panellists' job to guess the British public's top 3 most popular talking points. John, what do you think the nation will be talking about this week?
Well, there's a new talent show in town, Jimmy, and it's called The Voice. And maybe you're not watching The Voice. Will, I am.
John Richardson, everyone. Yeah.
You know when sometimes you're watching a TV talent show, it's basically karaoke on TV, and you think, this needs chairs that spin round.
It seems to be such a big selling point, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Chairs spin round, it's a big deal.
It's quite exciting at first.
I don't think it's part of the format. I think it was in Tom's contract, because his hips are so bad he can't turn round anymore. It took so long, they put the chairs in. After the show, they put wheels and handles on it and take him home.
Is the show better if I did... Oh, I heard you, and then I didn't know what you looked like, and then I turned around.
It should be allowed, though, once they've turned round and seen the people, to go, keep going.
If they can turn back
again, go, we must be joking.
Ellie, are you watching it?
I am. I like the judges. I like Jessie J a lot. Me and Natalie were saying this. We want to be Jessie J's best friend.
Her best friend?
Yeah. Jimmy.
Or girlfriend.
Or girlfriend, would you?
I don't know, Ellie. We was in the makeup room. We were saying we'd give her one, didn't we?
If you three need a space to sort of hang out and just see what happens, I've got it.
She does have the ability, though. She's, like, absolutely beautiful, but within the blink of an eye, she can go to Les Dawson. Like, she proper gurns.
Amazing. It's like...
She's, like, beautiful, and then suddenly she's like... it's weird.
Is her hair real?
I think she's a big fan of wigs.
Wicks. Get down to Wicks. You can see Tom in an old people's home just being wheeled around going, I knew Elvis, you know.
He mentioned, like, every 2 sentences he goes, when I was talking to Elvis. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how well he knew him, but I know they haven't spoken since 1977. Get over it.
Look at Tom's eyes. It's like someone in a coma who can use their arms and legs. I knew Elvis, you know. You enjoying it, Joe, The Voice?
Yeah, I like the chairs.
Yeah?
I like spinning around. I want one. After the show, I might ask if I can have one. If there's not a second series, I'll email them. Not the ones Tom's had, one of the other ones.
I don't know, I mean, Tom Jones is, like, he's sort of quite an icon and stuff, and he's had hits for 40 years, but Danny is in the script.
I reckon the first time the viewing public saw Danny, Wikipedia must have crashed. Who's he?
Literally, I couldn't pick him out of a lineup. He could be in our front row now, I would not know.
You wouldn't know, he wouldn't be facing you.
Well, it was all about the battles on last weekend's Voice.
I saw a bit of that, and the interesting thing about it is they all want to finish the song. So one of them goes, whoa, yeah, the other one goes, yeah, and the next one goes, woo.
I think it brings a new concept to the show. I quite like it.
What we do at my house is we watch The Voice, but with our backs to it. And then I turn to my wife and I say, are you going? She goes, yeah, I'm going. And we go to the pub.
see whether this is one of the most talked about things this week. Yes, the battle between The Voice and Britain's Got Talent continues. The concept behind The Voice is that the judges can't see who's singing, which is a great idea because it stops people like Susan Boyle cruising through on their good looks. Sean Steen, what else do you think is on our top 3?
There's the recession. We're back in recession.
Double dip.
Yay! Double dip. Sounds nice, doesn't it, double dip?
Are we in proper recession or are we in a technical recession?
Well, we're in a... I don't know.
So what's the difference between a recession and a technical recession?
One indicator of growth is slower than another indicator, and then the CBI comes along and says, but actually, this figure here means we're only in a growth recession, and, you know, and receipts on VAT receipts. I'm now just...
I haven't got a clue what you're talking about.
I knew you didn't have a chance when you started that.
What I'm now doing is...
Very brave.
What I'm now doing...
Nice try, but I'm turning my chair back. I can't believe anyone's surprised, though, we're in recession, because I don't know anyone who makes anything. Do you know? I don't know anyone, apart from a neighbour came round with some fudge the other day. But nobody makes anything
The whole
anymore.
nation is baking cakes.
Yeah. Everyone's baking.
Yeah, exactly. But, no, I mean, if we can get the Chinese interested in tea cakes, we're all right. Everyone buys stuff from China, crap from... My pants are from China, and they haven't even got dragons on. You can't buy British pants.
Yes, you can. Mary Porter started making pants in Manchester. They were 3 times as much as the pants from Primark.
I don't shop in Primark. I absolutely will not go in there.
Have you been barred?
I watched this show last night, just doing a bit of research of you taking the piss out of everybody and me shitting myself before coming on. And when I was looking...
Cassidy, I'm from EastEnders.
Yeah.
That's as bad as it's going to get. You'll be fine.
It's good, though. That impression is good.
Do you still get people, Natalie, asking about your trumpet?
All the time. Every day on a regular basis. Usually white van drivers, and I'll be walking along, and I've got my child and that, and they're like 40, 50-year-old men, you know, great big fat lorry drivers. They go, hey, Sonia, where's your trumpet? And I think...
You just do that for them.
I've done that in the
You
past.
mean pretend to play the trumpet? Don't do that for lorry drivers. So, John, recession.
Do you know how the Sun reported the recession? With a down smiley face.
Show us what would that look like?
That's what, so that people couldn't go, I don't know the facts, but if that little yellow-faced man looks unhappy, then we must really be in trouble. Yeah. And at least we got the right people in charge. George Osborne, he was really upset. Do you know what he said? If I had a magic wand, I'd wave it. Thanks, George. It's good to know the fucking Chancellor's really got a plan.
I like how a chief economist in the UK has said that the missing link within the British economy is a lack of confidence. So I think I know what George Osborne should do. He should just draft in Gok Wan. He's good with confidence, isn't he? And he'd just get the economy, tell her she's got awesome bangers, whack her in a wrap dress from Dorothy Perkins, so away we go! He's sorted!
It's a good idea, but I worry it will end with George Osborne naked in a shop window somewhere.
Yeah.
So you look fabulous. It's all about the confidence.
I've never liked them.
What, bangers?
No, recessions.
Oh, right.
Never liked them. I would stick my neck out and say they're shit.
Yeah. But you don't like the...
No, I don't like them. Said it, I said it.
I wondered when...
It's out there now.
Because it's been in the news a lot this week. It's a return to the 1970s, and I wondered, is that why you're wearing that?
Don't take that. Go straight back at him.
Yeah.
Go and get him.
All right, hold
I'm
on.
going to move out of the way.
Yeah.
And you sort him out.
Do your top button up.
Let's have a look and see if the recession is up there. Yes, Britain is back in recession. The recession risks catapulting Britain back to the 1970s, or in the case of Scotland, forward to the 1970s. OK, fingers on buzzers. One more thing to get.
Mayor shit.
Mayor shit.
Yeah.
Mayor shit, yeah.
That's happening.
For real.
Yeah, all the Boris and Ken stuff and who's going to win. I think if anyone should win, it's probably better to be Boris, because at least he could give a good speech at the Olympics, rather than Ken. He always sounds like he's just about to embark upon a lecture about, like, interesting developments in drainage or something. He hasn't got the majesty to hold it, unlike Boris, I think.
Yeah, but we're looking for a mayor, not a town crier.
Boris is a character, though. I think he'll win, down to the fact that people find him funny.
I ain't voting for him, and I'll tell you why. Because he wants driverless trains on the tube, and I've seen Total Recall, and I'll tell you where that ends up. Driverless trains 1 minute, next you got women with 3 tits, and I ain't having it. On my watch.
Sounds like a step forward to me.
What I don't like about him is the way he takes credit for things that are nothing to do with him, like the bikes, the Boris bikes. And I'll only call them Boris bikes when you can park one in his arse. But then, if he's going to take credit for things like that, he should take credit for other things as well. Like, it shouldn't be the Tottenham, it should be the Boris riots. Boris wasn't even in London. He didn't even know there was anyone in London in August. He thought, why aren't they all in Tuscany? So, what are you all doing here?
The Boris bikes were Ken Livingstone's idea, and then he got rid of, so they came in under Boris, and now they're called Boris bikes. When really they should be like Kensicles. Now you can't vote for Ken Livingstone cried watching his own video this week. If you're going to cry watching your own video, he caught us in Toy Story 3. He's going to lose his shit.
I don't like Boris.
Do you not like him?
No, because he stopped boozing on the tubes, didn't he? And I love that. I love getting hammered on the tube. I used to make a real day of it. I'd take a picnic, I'd lay a blanket out. Can't do that now, can you? I used to bottle of Carver, it's wonderful. But no, can't do that, you floppy head twat.
London's one of the most multicultural cities on earth, and you've got Boris, someone who looks too blonde for the Third Reich. Eton public school boy. I mean, it doesn't represent London in any shape or form whatsoever.
This is how multicultural London is. The BNP candidate is called Carlos Cortiglia. That's incredible. The register they must have at meetings. Adams, yeah. Brown, yeah. Cortiglia, see.
Let's have a look at Ken and Boris in action.
His point is, you've said good stuff in the past, you don't always deliver.
There are often times when you propose something, you want to say you're defeated or you fail. What I've never done is knowingly lie. Say to people I'm planning to do something when I'm not. That's why I've given that commitment. If I haven't practiced this by the 7th of October, I will stand down and let somebody else take my place.
Thank you very much
Pants
indeed.
on fire. Pants on fire.
I'm not going to risk it. I really am not going to risk it, Boris.
That's the way he actually behaves like a 9-year-old boy again. Pants on fire.
They already had a fight, didn't they? They had a fight in a lift.
Yes.
Boris pinned Ken up against a wall and called him an effing liar.
Yeah.
3 times.
Thrice.
Thrice.
Thrice. And then Brian Paddock was in there and he said, oh, I nearly arrested you. And the Green Party lady, she couldn't say anything because she should have been using the stairs.
OK, let's have a look and see what's up there. Yes, the London mayoral elections are next week. In order to be fully impartial, we have to mention the other candidates. So, for the record, Brian Paddock and Jenny Jones are also shit. A 19-year-old from Chorley has had the face of Boris tattooed on his leg. It was all a misunderstanding. He asked for an anchor. Do you want to have a look at this tattoo? It's a genuine thing. He's had a tattoo of Boris. Have a look.
Great. What a good tattoo, though. What a good piece of artwork that is.
Always seeing the positive. That's what we like about you.
It is.
Yeah, nice. You know what
I'd
you
like
can...
to have Sean Locke tattooed on my back. Because he's my favourite comedian.
He's your favourite comedian?
Sorry. Yeah, at the moment.
Really?
A picture of Sean Locke on your back?
Yeah,
That'd be slightly off-putting for me later.
Yeah.
And at the end of that round, I can tell you that Sean, Joe and Gabby have 1 point. John, Natalie and Ellie have 2 points. Welcome back to 8 out of 10 Cats. Our next round is Pick of the Polls. Sean's team, what do you like the look of?
Can we have the fellow with a flask?
The train spotter? Here's your related question. Most people think having a quirky obsession makes a person more interesting. True or false?
Occasionally, I practice hide and seek in my house in case a game kicks off. Are we ready?
So you play hide and seek on your own?
Yeah, well, I'm not playing then, I'm practising. Massive difference.
Joe,
And then,
you should
yeah, if
come
a
round
game-
my house. You've got to come round mine, because my little girl, she loves hide and seek, and we play all the time.
I really don't think...
You're trying to arrange a play date with your 3-year-old and that.
That's just not
Look
all
at him.
great.
He looks like a photo fit.
Yeah, he's right. I'm not being funny, I wouldn't let me in your house.
Any quirky hobbies, obsessions over here?
I got all of them. Just pick them up, as people say, when I think, yeah, I'll have that, I'll do that.
Because you've got most OCDs, haven't you?
Well, no, they're not OCDs, they're just correct ways of doing things. It's just facts. I'm having particular bother at the moment, because I've moved, and on my walk to the station, there's 3 patches of tarmac that are different to the rest. And the first one is an odd number of steps, and the next 2 are even, and it breaks my heart. Every time I have to do a little half step so that I get an even number on the... You can't phone the council about that kind of shit. And that's like the start of the day as well, and if you've got 7 bumpy tarmacs on the left foot and 6 on the right, you're not having a good day, are you, then? If I was sensible, I would say, well, do you know what, it evens out when I get home, but then sometimes I can't remember if I've got uneven on the left.
For fuck's sake.
Everyone's got little ones they do, and they definitely make you more interested.
OK, most people think having a quirky obsession makes a person more interesting. What do you think, true or false?
What do you think? What do you think?
Probably true.
True.
Probably true, Joe?
True, Joe.
Yes.
Yes.
OK, you're going true. What are you going to go for, John?
Absolutely. I mean, having a quirk can't... The definition of a quirk is something interesting, so it has to make you more interesting to have a quirk.
Oh, all right, just answer. Jesus.
Hey, but how many letters quirky got and how many has interesting got? Oh, Christ, jumble them up. One's got a G, but the other one's got a Q, and that's at the beginning and that's at the end. Ah, but they're like opposites of each other, so you can't have them together, joined together. Oh, my God, how can you join those together?
Can I just say, Sean, I think you're coming across as a little bit weird now. You need to rein it in. We think it's true, Jimmy.
I can tell you the answer is true. Yeah. Yeah, 85% of British people think a quirky obsession makes a person more interesting. My aunt spends 14 hours a day cleaning. She's a cleaner. And the winner is the name of our final round. And here's your question. Last thing Brits do before going to sleep.
I always move into the slow lane. I have a ritual of sort of defending the house before I go to sleep. I go down, you know, I check all the locks. Sometimes I open the door, I just stand on the sort of threshold of the house, going, try and get into my house then! I'm ready for you! And that usually puts me in the mood for bed.
The great thing about having kids is that you can sleep anywhere, because you're so sleep deprived that you just can fall asleep, like, anywhere.
You know, how much sleep? I mean, when they were born, presumably because you're really sleep deprived when they're little.
I don't think you ever get it back, really. I don't think it ever comes back. Maybe when they're 20 and they go to college.
Oh, sorry, you're saying you could have a 19-year-old in the house and go, oh, I'm not getting any sleep. Oh, this 19-year-old's keeping me up. He's up at 4 for a feed.
I think if I had a 19-year-old in the house, I wouldn't get much sleep.
Yeah, it might be a bit of a clapping John the pervert. Pervert! I think if I had a 19-year-old in the house, I don't want to do to a 19-year-old. I'll bloody hell get hold of it and give it an acting stage to. That's how you talk, John. That's how you sound to Southerners. You think you sound very eloquent, soft-spoken, the very poetry of the lakes in your voice, but I think you sound like that. I'm going to get hold of you. Just 19. Time for Uncle John to teach you.
I don't know what
a few tricks. I've got a few tricks to show you.
What's the form if someone gets possessed by the ghost of Bernard Manning? Is there someone we could call? Do we need a priest?
Oh no, it's happening again. 19, are you 19? Are you 19? Go with him. You start doing the voice and you think you can stop, but you can't. It's a lot of fun to do. Oh, it's all right. Yeah, I don't like it when he comes back here. Oh, when he comes back, I don't like it. Oh. Are you 19? Yes, you are.
It's just like being back home at Christmas.
I'll tell you what I do. Before I go to bed, I sing myself a little song.
Is there a little song before you... like a lullaby?
Yeah. So I just lie in bed and go, the day's over, we've all had such fun. You go, it's no longer morning when it all begun. The pillows are plumped, the bed is warm. Go to sleep, Sean. Go to sleep. And I don't know what comes next, because I'm like, gone.
Joe, do you have a sort of nighttime routine?
Yeah, I lock my legs because I sleep standing up.
I'd imagine you just clearing loads of cans off your bed.
Yeah,
Takeaway cartons.
Sometimes
chucking the ashtray on the floor.
Sometimes I check no one else is in the park.
So, last thing British people do before going to sleep. Any other guesses?
Set their alarm.
I always have a nice milky drink and then I phone my mum and I say, night, mum, and she goes, night, John, how you getting on?
It's a form of entertainment.
Is it, say,
What's the telly?
That is the right answer. That's it. Yes, the last thing British people do before going to sleep is watch TV. Well, that sound tells me it's the end of the round and the end of the show. And I can tell you that it's a draw. Everyone tonight's a winner. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. If you want more, tune in to 8 Hour 10 Cats Uncut on Monday. That's it from us. Good night.